Good morning, guys. It's time for another daily dose of Steve-O. Yes, it is. God bless you. Thanks for stopping by. Boy, there's some crazy stuff going on in the USA, isn't it? Wow. Unreal. Unbelievable. But as bad as things are, we will survive. We will survive. Yes, we will. We got to stop the far left crazy. Guys, we have to stop it. They're flipping off the chart crazy. These are the people that's going into schools and shooting up people. They're far left, not jobs, okay? And Joey. No, no, no. Joey, I'll give you a little heads up here. A well-armed society is a polite society. But you have to uphold the law. Yes, you do. When we have crimes with weapons and all, you have to step up to the plate. You haven't been doing that. No, you haven't. All the far left is not. They want to take away our guns, so I am helpless. No. How's that working out for other countries, guys? Not so well, is it? Another little heads up here is other countries don't want to do a ground invasion on us because maybe they saw the Alamo story. Also, yeah, they didn't want. We got too many weapons. We have way too many weapons, but we need way too many weapons. Yeah. Everybody in my circle, guys, has the AR-15 platforms. Except me. I don't have any, but I have plenty of other stuff. Yeah. Anyway, hang on to your guns, guys. Yes, we're going to keep this a nice, polite society, and you people on the far left, you've been eating way too much ice cream, like Joe. Josie, you're very confused. And Nancy, oh, honey, you are really confused. I saw the other night they're stuttering and slurring your words. I have no clue what they're putting in your Kool-Aid, honey, but please try to get it together. I know you can't hardly do it because you're addicted to the sugar, because you're a little ice cream girl. Yes, you are a little ice cream girl with your gourmet ice cream, and that stuff is putting your body in a high state of inflammation. And I don't know what you're drinking, but you might want to drink a little green tea. All right, clear the skull out a little bit, get the cobwebs out of there. It's quite amazing what's going on, but we're not going to put up with it, guys. We're not putting up. We're what is it called? Voting you out. But I understand you want to get much carnage and just chaos as much as you can in your 4-year term. I get it. I know what you're up to. We all know what you're up to. It's not about gun control. It's about human control, okay? That's what it's all about. And where do you start? You know, with the AR platforms, removing the AR platforms like that's the demon. No, it's not the demon at all. No, all of my friends with ARs are very polite people, but do not set them up in an Alamo scenario because it's not going to end well, okay? It's not going to end well. So that's all I got on that. I want to lower your blood pressure now, okay? Stay well armed, lots of ammunition, all right? And be vigilant. That's all I can tell you. Be vigilant. Yes. We're going to start getting polite. So what we want to do today is lower your blood pressure. Now that I've bumped it up a little bit, I understand, but we have to talk about this stuff, guys. We have to talk about it because we have to stop the stupid, okay? The far left stupid, all right? I saw Mr. Trump the other night talking, and The guy has common sense. You gotta love him. He has common sense. The left wants control. Mr. Trump wants common sense principles, right? To run this great country. You can talk all the shit that you want. He's the best president in history. Okay? In history. You may not like him because he's a little cocky. Oh well. Don't get too butthurt because he loves this country, alright? So, become a patriot. Become mega. Whatever you want to, you know. I know Joey, Joey said, now get this guy, Joey said, and you heard him say it, mega is the greatest threat to this country and U.S. history. See, this is where Joey, listen, wipe the ice cream off your face, okay? You're confused. Okay, you're like a shorted out arc welder, okay, and everybody sees that when you're at the teleprompter, because you can't put words together. Okay, you're shorted out. Your body's in a high state of inflammation because it's full of sugar. Okay, we got to get you off of that sugar, totally off of it, and I want you to go on a full carnivore diet, Joey, because I want that cholesterol in your brain. Because your brain is mostly cholesterol. Let's face it. You're starving your brain of cholesterol. Let's get that back elevated. I don't care what your doctor says. Steve-O's not a doctor. He just knows how the human body is supposed to function. He actually knows a little bit something about beekeeping. Isn't that amazing? That's a natural thing. Bees, right? Okay, been around millions of years, by the way. Yeah. Speaking of bees, we got to get out here and work it. We're going to put together another cell builder. I had made up a cell builder, and I went into that cell builder, and instead of doing a graft, I decided to make a bunch of walkaways at the time. But I'm getting caught up now on my boxes, so I can back off of that a little bit. That was getting me tied up, and I was getting just too many irons on the fire, right? And when you get too many irons on the fire, guys, nothing gets done. Let's face it. You get all screwed up. All right, so we're getting down to normal here. And so we're going to get out here and do a cell builder, set it up. We're going to use our Queen Factory box that I built a while back. You saw that with a little feeder on the bottom. The plan is to go in this thing. It's like stack 3 high. This girl, I've got a couple of them out here. My black Oprah Queen, she's pumping eggs like her ass is on fire, okay? And this other hive over here is doing the same thing. Well, this one other hive is doing the same thing. Would be a breeder queen in her own right. I mean, she is doing fantastic. But we're going to use her as a cell builder, and we're going to make a queen right cell builder, and I'm going to push her all the way to the bottom chamber. This thing's going to be tied up for a little bit. I may do just one round of queens cells, 15 cells. I think that's all I want to do. Then we'll put it back together and let her do her thing, and we'll let these cells cook in the incubator right here. And when these Virgies hatch, the day they hatch, we will go out and start making up a bunch more nukes, 2-framers. These 2-framers out here look like they're doing pretty good. I mean, I did some walk away on them, and I did some, I've only had 3 Virgies at that time, and I installed those. I have no clue what they're doing. I took a little peek under the jars, and some of them are just bubbling over with bees, so that's a big thumbs up. After these Virgies come back, get bred and come back and start drilling eggs in, we're going to have to get in these 2-framers and get them out of there and get them in 5s. And what I'll probably do is load them up and take them to my other location. And that by doing that, by doing that, I can load these up with resources and haul to my other site. And that way, when I get to the other site, I can open the door on them, stick a feeder on top, and let them rip. Let them rip, because that way I don't have to keep in lockdown for 3 days here on this site. Because you just they'll just fly back. I want to pull them offline. Take the 2 frame of bees out, queen and all, and insert into a 5. And then the door will be shut, loaded on the truck, and taken to my other location. And that way, that'll open up this 2-framer again. I can slide resources right back in there. I can do another walk away. If I do it in the middle of the day, there's a lot of bees in that box that's going to be out foraging. When they come back, their mama's going to be gone, but there'll be a new set of resources in there. See, that way you can leave them right on stand and just keep pumping out queens. We want a lot of brand new queens this year, so we can go into the fall of this 2022 with a lot of brand new queens. And then in the fall, we'll evaluate them and see how they go. And then by spring, we can really evaluate them in February, because our breeding season here in Florida starts at February, the end of February. All you do is you look for drones. When you start seeing drones coming out, it's time to get with it, guys, and start making more queens. Just been communicating with one of my buds. He's about, I don't know, 35 minutes north of me. He's a commercial guy, and I don't know what all he's into. I'm quite sure he does a little pollination. I don't think he's big enough to leave the state yet, but he's running about a 400 to 600 colonies, I'm guessing, and he's all palletized. He's got a 2-ton truck. He's got a little donkey lift, one of those 3-wheel donkey lifts that goes an ass into your truck. That's cool. And I communicated with him the other day. I told him I'd like to get 10 cells. He's grafting this coming Monday. And so he told me to touch base with him in, let's see what we got from the old boy here. Yeah, he may have some extra queens on June 7th. He told me to touch base with him on June 4, and that way he's got a better grasp on how many extras he may have. But I told him I'd like to have 10. That just gives me, I like to do this, guys, every year from different guys, to get some new blood in here. Constantly changing things up. Get some new blood going in your thing, and you guys should do the same thing. Keep a lot of extra queens cooking. I don't care if you've only got 2 hives out there in your backyard. Keep extra bees cooking, and yeah. That way, if anything crashes, you got replacement resources. All right. Haven't sold many boxes. I think I've sold 21 units. I think I've only sold 21 units this year. I'm in build back. Get this, guys. I'm in build back better mode right now. Yeah, I'm in for real, guys. For real, build back better. Not the Joey's crash the world deal. You know, I'm not into that stuff at all. And I can see right. We can see right through what they're doing, right? Yes. Okay. We want to build back better in our world, not Joey's. All right. Joey is having a bad hair day, I think. Yeah. So anyway, that's what old Steve-O wants to do, and I've got a gift for him. My guy up here. I'm gonna take him. He's probably never seen this movie before. My 2 framers and a 5 framer. I'm taking him one of each, brand new, right off the press, 2 units, so he can play with that. It's going to be birthday slash Christmas gift, okay? Yeah, I like to do that for stuff, for guys that I deal with, you know, just sneak a little deal in like that on them. All right, let's stop what we're doing. I got Miss Daisy out here busy. She's got the pruner. She's clipping all along the fence line, bless her little heart. I set up my old truck there, and with a tarp in the back, and she's going along the fence line, nipping all along there. So I got Miss Daisy busy. She wanted to do it. So I said, if you want to, she said, what can I do to help out? I don't want to work them bees. But I said, well, you can clip along that fence. That's a job out there. She said, I'd just love to do that. I said, so what? I put her to work. Yeah, and then my little night, oh, she's really upset too, by the way, guys. And Joey, pay attention, Joey. Miss Daisy is really upset. I handed her the bill the other day for one fill-up on my 99 Ford Ranger. 99 Ford Ranger. It's got under the hood, there's like a squirrel cage type thing, and there's a hamster running around in there that drives that engine, okay? That hamster drinks gasoline, okay? It's a little 4-cylinder hamster in there on this wheel. And it drinks gasoline, guys, and this is the first time in history that I put 60, and I was on quarter tank, guys, quarter tank. I put $60, Joey, in there. I thought Miss Daisy's hair was going to catch on fire, Joe, when she saw the receipt of the gas bill. Joey, you don't want to piss off a bunch of Italian bees, and you do not want to piss off an Italian woman, okay? I'm just giving you a little heads up here, Joey, but you've already got her cranked. So you better hurry up and reverse these gas prices down to Trump gas prices, or her hair's going to catch on fire, and she may be on your doorstep soon. Okay, guys, let's quit talking about depressing stuff and get out here and put together this cell builder. And then in 5 days, yes, in 5 days, what is today now? Today is Saturday. Well, this is the 28th, is it not? Yes, it is, 28th. 28th, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will come in on June 2. Let's try to shoot for June 2 on a graft. Put our graft in there on June 2. So stand by for that one. We'll do a graft and see how it goes with the Oprah Queen eggs. Larvae, rather. Okay, here's our hive I picked out, guys. Here's our hive I picked out to do a Queen-Right cell builder. So she's swimming around in here. I got 3 boxes on. So there's 15 frames that she's wandering around on, okay? So our object here is to, right now, this entrance, existing entrance, is over here. They're quite busy. They're over here. This is looking south. Here is our Queen Factory hive, okay? We're going to be putting in this location. I don't know if you guys remember this. I designed this box here to where we have a feeder hole here, and it's got a little moisture in it. We'll let that run out. No big deal. The bees will dry that up. I've got 2 entrances here. There's one here and one here. All right, so what we're going to do is leave this one open and have it going in that same direction. We're also going to get the Martin cloak board. I'll go get that now so I can show you that. It'll be going on this box here. There are going to be the 2 boxes of resources is going upstairs, right where we want the concentration, main concentration of bees for this operation to make these cells. So the object here is to go through these as I go. If I find this queen right off the get-go, bingo, real good. It's going in this box. We're going to give her 4 frames of resources, and because she's going to be down here for a while, she's going to be fed top and bottom. This hive will be fed top and bottom for this operation. I think this is kind of cool. I won't need an interior feeder because I have this on the side. Very simple to build too, by the way, guys. We're going to give her a frame that they can build on, because we don't want her slowing down. Show you how I did this real quick. I just took a 2x4 and I slapped it on the bottom, screwed it on. I put on a piece of 3/4. I glued this, by the way, shot 2 screws in. I put Bondtite 3 on here, shot it in. On top of that there, 2x4, I glued Bondtite and shot this in with screws along here. Now I have this interior platform. Then I drilled 3 holes. They happened to be 11/64 bit there. I drilled in right through. The bees can come right through the sidewall and get in here. Then I took a piece of 3/4 and I shot it on the top. I did not glue this piece in case I need to get back in here for whatever reason. But I put screws on and I sealed it up. I did this whole box, and this exterior feeder was dipped in tall earth, wood preservative. So that's my thought on this thing. We got room here. I'm going to put this over on this side, away from this feeder hole, so they've got something else to work on. They're going to have something else to work on in there, and so I don't want to run out of space to lay eggs. So we're going to keep her in production here. So let's start tearing this thing apart and see if we can't find this queen. If I can find a queen, great. I have this box over here. Once I get this thing broke down lower, get all this extra weight off of here, I'm going to take this lid and just throw it off, this lid right here, and throw it off the side and start stacking these resources up as I go. And if I can't find her, we're going to have to take all these bees and we'll set that box on top of this one. As soon as I get this offline, we'll put this box over here, and I'll put that box. We're going to put some frames in, make sure the queen's not there. We're going to shake everything off, and we're going to start funneling all these bees down into this bottom chamber. We're going to load this with resources. As I pull them out, there's no queen on them. We're going to just keep going until this thing's full. We'll put that box on top, use it as a funnel. All these bees are going to get shook down and pushed all the way to the bottom of this thing with smoke. Get them all in this lower chamber. Then we're going to put in our cloak board, stack everything back up. Okay guys, here's the Martin cloak board. This is my Martin cloak board he made for me, and he's made a removable front entry here, okay? But for today, we're going to put this in. This goes in, okay? It's just a pin system here. Actually, he's put cotter pins in here to hold it together. He built the frame for me, and I had my excluder. I went and just stapled it on here, as you can see. And with my hives, this is not a standard hive we're dealing with over here. This is one of Steve-O's beefy beehives. So I had to add a little piece of excluder here and duct taped it. Gorilla tape. Okay, so for 24 hours, this is going to stay in this front entry. Then we're going to take it off, and this is just a piece of paneling material, and I coated it with wax. This goes in, this will slide in, you see. Now you've separated the bottom, where she's at, downstairs, from the top bees. This entrance is going to go the same direction as it's in now. This way. The bees are going to come in. The bottom of the hive is going to be closed. I'm going to close that one once I stuff this in 24 hours. In 24 hours we're coming back and we're going to let these bees equalize, because see, we're not going to have any bees up in here because I've shook them all down here with the queen and all. And in 24 hours we're going to come back and shove this division board in. Now we've separated the bottom, where she's at, from all the top, where all this huge amount of resources is. Then we're going to come over here and I'm going to open this back door. All right, but all the bees coming back from the field are going to go from here on up to this new entrance, coming through this cloak board here, and they're going to flood this area with bees. This hive is looking very packed out, which is an excellent thing. We should make some very good queens. They're going to be fed very well because they're going to be fed through the bottom and the top. And once I put I'm going to make up some 1-to-1 syrup with Ultra Bee. We'll make a patty up, and we're going to smash it in on the top frame. I will put my graft frame probably dead center in this box here. And right next to it, we're going to stick in some Ultra Bee patty that we make with 1-to-1 syrup and just Ultra Bee. So that's our plan, and that's the setup right there. So this should work very nice. Okay guys, I've only pulled out the second frame in the very, very top box, and I need to be extremely careful here because this entire thing is laid with eggs. There's not a massive amount of bees on it, but there's all fresh eggs in here and just hatched larvae up here. Nice band of honey here, as you can see, and it's just slap loaded with eggs. So I need to be very vigilant here with what I'm doing. This frame, next frame I pulled, got a little patch of brood. It's all nectar all the way around here. Same scenario. All this open stuff here in the middle is all slap full of eggs. She could be very likely in this area here. All right, I'm going through this top box here, guys. And this one's just about solid nectar. They're bringing in still a lot of nectar. A lot of nectar. We got a whole batch of different things going on. I've got tallow trees in this neighborhood are in full bloom right now. Chinese tallow. The viburnum, the bees are all over the viburnum. I brought an extra frame out, but I don't need it right here. I brought this plain one out in case they had completely jammed this thing up top here. But this frame right here, you see how they're pulling that out? I just put that in a week ago. And they're really drawing that out, and they're just slapping it full of nectar. And they're just starting to draw this out, as you can see here. So I'm gonna let that one go in here. All right, I'm gonna need to add one more here. And then everybody gets shook downstairs. I'll get back with you if I find baby girl here. All right, guys, I have not found her yet, and I'm going into this. I just got this is the last frame out of the second box. I've not found her yet, but she is backfilling everything with eggs. Everything that's hatching here, like in here, it's all laid back with eggs, and she's doing this from top to bottom on this 3 stack and 15 frames of bees. She's doing this from top to bottom. And I have not seen a sneaky little girl yet. As soon as, if I find a sneaky little girl here, I'll tap this down, this box down, shake these out. I'll pull one frame and I'll set her dead center. Then I'm putting on my cloak board to keep her trapped. And then we're gonna move this colony here over on that stand. But in the meantime, as I pull these frames, I give them a little shake in here. Not violently, but you know what I mean. Let's give these guys a shake in here, because she could very well be running up and down on the side walls of that hive right there. It's funny, guys, on these bees, you can sometimes pull out the first frame. You can pull out the first frame and then there she is, okay? And then other times you can hunt and hunt and hunt and hunt and not find her. Sometimes they can be very, very sneaky little girls. Something like Nasty Nancy. She's very sneaky. I'll keep hunting, guys. Okay, guys, could not find her. I could not find her, so we're gonna smoke everybody down. I've dumped all the bees in here. So now we need to install our cloak board. Get everybody smoked downstairs. A little chaotic, they don't like it. Alrighty guys, our cloak board goes on. Kind of jiggle it, get the bees out from under it. The entrance now is over here, see? Our door is in, locked down. Now we're going to stack it up. We're going to stack it back up and put all these resources back in here. All the eggs and brood are going back up here. Lots of brood and eggs in here. Not much down there. Not much in the lower chamber at all. This is a brand new frame I put in about a week and a half ago. Lots of brood in here. She's a little shotgunny, but I really don't care too much. She was better laying than this before. You can see she's a little shotgunny here, but she's backfilling everything with eggs. See, we should have plenty. We should have plenty of, that one's not too bad as you can see. Either is that side. So yeah, it's got one plain frame here. Nicey, nice. Okay. All right. We're gonna leave this cooking, guys. We're gonna leave this thing cooking for 24 hours. And then I'm gonna come back in. This back hole you see is shut down. We're gonna shut down this hole. Right now it's open. It's wide open. And then we're going to install, we're going to pull this board out here
You see here, we're pulling this one out. And we're going to shut this hatch. Now everybody's going to pour in up here. And we're going to, when I pull this door out, that cloak board is going in. And when we do that, they're going to say, Steve-O, what have you done to me? Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to cross my fingers. I'm not going downstairs to see if I got her down there. I'll figure that out in 5 days. Hey, if I accidentally got her upstairs, so be it. I'll just do it again. I'll do this all over again, but she should be down here. She could very well be wandering around this cluster monkey mess I have here right now. Yes, that's called a cluster monkey mess, and that I kind of got that saying for the entire Democratic Party, okay? Yeah. Cluster monkey mess, remember that one, all right? So yeah, when they get squared away there, 24 hours, the cloak board, that door comes out, that hatch gets shut, this back door gets opened, cloak board gets in. Come back in 5 days to see what we got here. Hopefully, we got a whole bunch of peanuts up here. They got a ton of resources up here. Whole bunch of peanuts up here. They're making queen cells. And we'll rob. I probably won't even, guys, do a 24-hour cleanup on my... I have a frame already ready with cups on it. I'll probably... we'll harvest royal jelly, all right, and we will do a graft that same day with my Oprah larva over here, and we'll insert it in there. And yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll give them 5 days to figure it out. We could even go 6 days, get these peanuts really good in here, and then they won't have any really larvae they can make a cell from upstairs. And we'll insert our cell bar in there and see what happens. Alrighty, we'll see you in a few days. We'll see you in a few days, and we'll see how this thing goes. Stay with me. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting it on, and go down and buy a gun, okay, guys? Because you never know when you... It's like a parachute, you know? If you don't have a parachute, and you fall out of an airplane, you probably will never ever need a parachute ever again. Think about that. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.